TJ, what did you guys do well against the Oilers' big guys last night to keep them off the board?
I think we just played a smart five-man game. The forwards did a really good job at staying above them and trying to take away their speed and their space and time, and it worked out.
Hey TJ, just specifically, sorry, against the Dreisaitl's and McDavid's. When we talk about time and space and taking that away, what's the key to making that work? Because it doesn't always. Like last night, what do you take from last night into tomorrow night, do you think, to make it work again?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of different things. Having a good F3 is definitely big. And then the back pressure. They're guys that can get up to top speed really quick, and then they like to pull up if they have the chance to. So, to have the pressure coming back, you can sort of try to pinch them and take that time and space away. And when they do pull up, that's when they make their plays, and they're really good at it.
Hi, Travis. A very good team defensive effort last night. What might have been some of the things you worked on today to tidy up maybe some of the things that happened with turnovers in the first period last night?
Yeah, it was a pretty good defensive effort. Still some areas we could clean up. Today, just focus on some small things. How to maybe get out of our zone a little bit better. And just working on a little bit more on a little bit quicker on puck pressure in certain situations. But overall, real good defensive team effort the other night, and we're gonna have to keep it going because they have some elite talent on the other side.
Hi, Travis. What allowed the team to have success last night, even though you were down Austin and also Frederik Andersen?
Yeah, it was a big test for us. I think having those two guys missing from our lineup is a big hit for us. But I think Kiefer had a nice challenge for us to make sure that we came out and had a good showing against a team that was feeling it pretty recently. So we came together and we knew what we had to do, and we had a good game plan, I think, and we followed through pretty well.
How would you describe the challenge of replicating that performance tomorrow night?
Yeah, we know they're going to be coming hard, if not harder, because of last night's game. So I think we got to be prepared and not sit back on our heels and take it to them like we did last game, and just kind of give them no option but to follow our game plan instead of letting them play theirs and us having to defend that. So I think it's just pushing our play, pushing our pace, and having confidence, and I think things will work out just fine.
What do you chalk that consistency up to? Is it a mindset? It was just having the same coach from the start of the season to now. I mean, where do you think that comes from?
It comes from a lot of things. Whether it's the defense taking part in the offensive part of the game, activating in the offensive zone, or whether it's the forwards activating in the D zone and being supportive, or if we got some room stretching the zone, stretching them out, and then it gives our skill guys or even everyone some room to make plays and get our feet moving. So I think there's a lot of parts of the consistency that comes in, but I think it's just everyone being on the same page at the same time, instead of being focused on yourself and making sure I'm doing my defensive duties, but kind of in the offensive zone. If I'm just thinking about my defensive stuff, I'm not helping out in the offensive zone. So I think it's just being aware and on your toes the whole game, and just making sure you're supporting guys, talking, and just being available and working as a unit of five, I think is what we're really focused on.
Sheldon, it's not often, obviously, the teams keep McDavid and Draisaitl off the scoreboard. What has to happen specifically tomorrow night that you guys were able to do last night, with those two?
I think we have to continue to have the level of commitment defensively when the puck changes hands. We've got to be in really good spots and look to slow them down when we can. But there's only so many things you can do as a group. I think we did our part yesterday, but sometimes your best players are going to have an off night. Those guys have had a lot of nights where they've been on, and you've got to manage that as best you can as a team for us. So it'll be, we're expecting them to be more like themselves tomorrow, and we've got to be prepared to be even better. And obviously we stayed out of the penalty box. We'd like to do that again, but odds are we're going to get caught in a couple and take some penalties, and we'll have to manage that, because that's a big part of, offensive people getting confidence and feeling good in the game. I think the fact there was no power plays yesterday helped our cause in terms of, not letting their guys get into the game.
Sheldon, I imagine the group was pretty confident anyway going into this road trip, but what does it do to the group to have a performance like that last night without the number one center, number one goalie in the game?
Well, I think it certainly should do a lot for us. And I think some of that confidence was earned even earlier in the season. It wasn't the first time we've played that we've played without Austin, and not the first time we played against the Oilers without Austin. So you had that. And then, obviously we didn't have Frederick in net, but Jack was coming back, and that gives us a boost. He's got a guy who's got a ton of energy, and he's played extremely well and has earned the confidence of his teammates, for how he's played, not just this season, but last. So, our guys felt good going in, but at the same time, we're being real here. I mean, we had a great game, and that's what's good. We like a lot about it, but, the puck is going to drop again tomorrow night. The scoreboard's going to be back to zeros, and you got to be able to do it again. I mean, we didn't come here just to get one win, so we've got to continue to refocus and get better as we get through this road trip.